Finally found out why it seems like we're going back before the civil rights movement. Segregation, you know, places for white people, places for black people. I put it all together and I'm about to bring that to you guys. And this, frankly, it's pretty sad that these people are moving in this direction. Let me point out, it's college students. It's these indoctrinated college students that are being pumped full of BS propaganda. And before I get too heated and crazy on it, I'm just going to play it out for you guys. Before I do that, I just wanted to say welcome back to the YouTube, everybody. Appreciate you joining my channel. And I hope everybody out there is having a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Festivus for the rest of us, whatever you guys are celebrating. Hope you're all having a great day. Hope everybody's doing well and staying safe out there. Before I jump into the story, do me a favor, hit that little subscribe button you see right down below. Join me on this journey. I have got a lot to bring to you guys. Now, listen, I had a goal of hitting 100 subscribers by Christmas Day, which is today, obviously. Didn't hit my goal. I had to take about a week off from it, making any content for you guys. Um, Me and the wife bought a new house, pain in the ass getting Wi-Fi out here in the country where we moved to get away from the riots and the Kung Flu and everything else. We just wanted to get away from everything. Wi-Fi was a pain in the ass. Had to take a little break. Finally got it. So, didn't hit my goal, but that is not going to stop me from forging ahead, bringing you guys some great content. I'm trying to make you guys laugh. Just trying to show you guys what's going on in the world. And we're just going to keep growing the community, keep growing the channel, keep building everything up. So hit the subscribe button, leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. I love the comments I get. You guys, I get a great community here. The people that I have subscribed to my channel that comment on my videos are awesome. You guys, I love the comments. I truly appreciate it, you guys. So hit the subscribe button and let's get into this. Now, I'm sure you guys may have seen this video. This is, I don't know, it's almost a year. I think this happened like 10 months ago. This girl. I'm going to show you the video. Let me just kind of walk you into it here to let you know what's going on. Okay, so there's this girl. She's apparently a staffer at UVM. I don't know. I thought she was just a student. I saw this a while ago. And the reason I'm bringing this up now is because I never saw the reaction video of the college students that saw this. I never saw that until very recently. And when I saw that, I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, at the end of this video, people are clapping for this lady for what she says. I'm going to show you what she says. It's super racist. Like, basically calling for segregation, calling for safe spaces, saying that people of color don't feel safe with too many white people around. Like, what the? What is she in the middle of a KKK rally? So, like, what is she talking about? This is so disgusting. This is disgusting what this lady says. But nobody stands up and says, "What? Listen, if this happened back when I was that age, like we wouldn't have put up with this crap. We'd say, "What are you talking? If you don't like it, you can leave. We pay tuition here. This is an open campus. Bounce." So people started clapping for her at the end. So first, I'm going to play you guys the video of what this clearly racist and I don't know. These people want to take us back to before civil rights, back into like the 50s and 60s where it's segregation. I mean, it's crystal clear. Let me show you this video. Then I'm going to show you guys the response video, the college students, which is worse. Stick with me here.
Public service announcement. Excuse me. If y'all didn't know, this is the MSC, and frankly, there's just too many white people in here, and this is a space for people of color. So just be really cognizant of the space that you're taking up, because it does make some of us POCs uncomfortable when we see too many white people in here for 4 days.
What?
And frankly, there's the whole university for a lot of y'all to be at, and there's very few spaces for us. So keep that in mind. Thank you.
How absolutely insane was that? Makes her uncomfortable when there's too many white people around. It makes the POCs uncomfortable. Where do kids learn this? Like, where did these people learn that that's something okay to say? That that's not a racist thing to say? Can you imagine? Just imagine if the roles were reversed. If a white person came in and said something like that. The outrage. Unbelievable. Unreal. So that's the first disgusting part of this story that someone like this lady actually thinks that's okay to say. First of all. Secondly, people are clapping for her instead of shaming her and saying, lady, you're a racist. You need to rethink, you need to rewire that brain of yours and think what you're talking about. Everybody, it's a multicultural center. Multicultural center. It's not just for black people. It's not just for people of color. Multicultural. If somebody pays money to go to that school, they should be allowed anywhere on that school, on that campus. So bizarre. But what why I'm doing this story, like I said, is what I saw recently was brought to my attention is the response from the college students who think this is okay. Listen, all I can say is these people are taking us back to like segregation. They're taking us back to where you had, you know, well, whites only, blacks only, where racism seemed to be okay. Like it was never, to me it should never have been okay. It's not okay. But at a point in our history, that's how things were. We've moved past it. We've made great strides as a country to get past that. No matter what the mainstream media tells you, no matter what these radical left crazies tell you, this country has made better than any country in the world. Made great strides forward to get past what happened, you know, in our history. There's no laws on the books, there's no policies on the books that will hold anybody back because of the color of their skin. None. None. Not in this day and age. People use that to play the victim, but that's just a narrative that just it's just not true. So let me play you the reaction of these college students. It's mind blowing.
That as a white person, I don't.
All right, let me just say this is Young America's Foundation, the the YouTube channel, Young America's Foundation. They get some pretty cool videos. I just want to say that, and hopefully I don't get a copyright. I've been getting a bunch of copyright notices from YouTube. I mean, I'm new. I don't really know the rules. I should probably look them up. But I think if I'm commentating on something, it's okay. But I just want to say this is courtesy of Young America's Foundation's video. On so check out their YouTube channel. I guess it's a good, pretty decent channel. I checked out some of it. So let's watch this video, and I'll do some commentating along the way.
I think that as a white person, I don't want to say that I should be allowed anywhere, and I think it should be up to those organizations to decide. My name.
No, she should be allowed if she pays tuition to that college. She should be allowed anywhere. Why should she not be allowed in somewhere because of this color of her skin? These college students are out of their goddamn minds, you guys. Who taught? Where did they learn this stuff? When did they start teaching this kind of nonsense in schools? I've said it before. Growing up in low income housing projects, three of my best friends were black, and the color of our skins never played a factor into anything in our lives. All the way up until two of them are super successful because they made the right decisions. One of them's been in and out of prison because he made the wrong decisions. I mean, two of them are way more successful than I. Well, I had a successful e-commerce business for a while, but it's neither here nor there. But two of them are super successful black guys and great families. One of them went the criminal route, so we didn't focus on anyone's skin color back in the day.
My name is Kara Zupkis, and I'm with Young America's Foundation. We're here at the University of Virginia after a video went viral of a minority student telling white students that they are not welcome in the Multicultural Student Center. We're asking students what they think about inclusivity on campus. Okay, so you guys saw the viral video. What are your thoughts on it?
It was interesting because you could kind of take it two ways. I understand as like a person of color, like why that space is there in the first place.
Pretty much fine. Like if that space is for them, I think it should kind of agree like that. As like a white person, I guess just we have more areas where you can feel comfortable, And if they don't feel comfortable in those other areas, that it's nice for them to have a space where they do feel comfortable.
Be mindful that it is a space where students of color go to be comfortable and to feel safe and supported.
Oh, no. Okay, here we go with the safe spaces. So, when they talk about these young liberal, I guess, whatever they are, everybody needs a little safe space that mommy and daddy keep. They're not lying. These people need safe spaces, and I didn't know it was really a thing. I thought it was just kind of making fun of these people, but it's really a thing. These people need safe spaces. Safe from what? Like what? Safe from what? Like they're on a college campus. I don't get it. Like the only thing that I can say about a college campus is you should have plenty of lights at night for, if people are walking home from parties. There's a lot of the, things that happen at night from drinking on college campus. I'm not going to say the word. I don't want to hit my YouTube, but um, keep people safe at night when the parties are going on and people are out drinking and getting crazy. But besides that, they're not talking about that. They're not. I digress. I'm going to start running my mouth.
when there's white students that are in there doing something that could be perceived as disrespectful, I mean, you have to understand that that could be hurtful.
I think like white people need to be aware of the fact that it's not a space for them and make sure that like when they're entering their space or that space, they're not like taking up the space for other like people of color that want to use it.
All right, so that kid, he's clearly a radical left. Look at his hat. He's got the Black Lives Matter fist on his hat, or the Antifa fist, whatever fist it is. I think they're both the same group, if you ask me. But so it all makes sense. These kids are so radicalized and indoctrinated at this age, and they're lost. They don't even understand that they want to bring things back to the segregation days. They don't even get it.
This is a multicultural space and it doesn't look multicultural, then the multicultural people at UVA feel less comfortable here.
I think that UVA's statement was ridiculous and that it's a multicultural student space and that white people need to be aware of the spaces that they occupy on grounds and that we need to all be aware of the kind of, the way that we occupy spaces around everything. And I think that she had a good point and she wasn't aggressive. She was very clear and concise with what she said and she had a good point.
No, she had a terrible point. She was aggressive, and you don't have to be aware of. The only thing you have to be aware of is if you're treating people around you with respect. You don't have to be aware of the color of anyone's skin around you. You don't have to be aware of if you're in the library or the gym or the multicultural center. As long as you're being respectful in whatever space you're in, that's it. And I'm pretty sure none of these college students are going into the multicultural center and writing graffiti on the walls with some kind of slur on it.
Do you think that the multicultural student center should be reserved for students that are minorities?
I think that it's a space where it's multicultural, so it's designated to be a multicultural space, and I think
You got a
that
genius
more
here.
people of color are safe there and feel more safe there, yes.
Safe from what?
So should white people be allowed in the MSC?
That's not the issue. That's not the issue.
What's the issue?
The issue is that it felt like a safe space.
Safe from what? What the hell is this guy talking about? What are these people talking about? Safe from what? I wish that lady would just take that microphone and say, what the fuck? What in God's name are you talking about? Feel safe from what?
And now does not feel like a totally safe space for people who do not feel safe outside of that space.
I think that
This is a
as
joke.
a white person, I don't want to say that I should be allowed anywhere, and I think it should be up to those organizations to
See, so she's saying it should be up to people, POC, people of color, to tell her where she shouldn't be allowed. We're going backwards here, guys.
decide.
This is
So
crazy.
should white people be allowed in those spaces, or should it
They
just
are
be?
allowed in those spaces, most definitely.
Because I'm just going back to the video where she said that there were too many white people.
She said, see, like when you take that exact phrase out of context.
That's exactly what she said.
Actually, I don't know exactly. I don't know if she said that exactly.
Yeah, she did.
And frankly, there's just too many white people in here.
The MSC is a place for people of color and like multicultural students to gather, and so they kind of want that to be like a safe space for them. But
Here's another
also,
safe space.
you don't want it to be exclusive and like feel like I guess white people are like being ostracized from
They are.
like that space, so it's kind of like a tough balancing act.
They needed to be cognizant of the space that they're taking up.
And I think that that's a very valid point, because this university is full of history that's basically oppressing people of color.
Jesus,
So
here we
it's
go
very
with the
hard for people
victimhood.
to have a space where they feel like safe, and the MSC is a place where we feel safe.
And I can't speak for racial minorities specifically since I don't identify.
So do you think that white people should be allowed in the MSC?
I think that people can be allowed in the MSC, but I think that they need to be coming in to engage with cultures. And if they're coming in, most of the time it should be for the events that the MSC puts on. And they put on events all the time that talk about like racial issues. I don't think that people should be coming in to just use it as a study spot and to take up space.
UVA is a predominantly white institution, so like spaces at UVA are made for white people. So the few spaces
No, they're
that,
made
like,
for
people of
everybody.
color, LGBTQ people have, like they should feel safe.
Wait, I thought this was about skin color. Now he's talking about what? LGBTQ. Let me hear that.
In those spaces. Spaces that like people of color, LGBTQ people have, like they.
When did LGBTQ people become it? I thought they were talking about.
Should feel safe in those spaces.
Safe from what? Okay, that. I'm glad that's over with. I couldn't take any more of that complete and utter horseshit. All right, guys. I gotta end this video because it's just so frustrating to watch that these college students are so indoctrinated. Their minds are so poisoned with color of your skin or your sexual. I don't even know if you can use the word preference or orientation. I'm not sure which words you can use anymore. And I'm not trying to offend anybody. I think it's sexual orientation. All right. I honestly don't know. All right, these college students are so screwed up in the head, focused on sexual orientation, skin color, um, everything, everything that doesn't have to do with who a person is. They're not focused on anyone's character, the content of anyone's character. They're just focused on. Okay. So these kids. The scary thing is, these kids, they have no idea that they're going backwards, and they're taking it to a place that they have no idea what they don't. Listen, we changed all this. We changed all the segregation in the back of the bus and the, you know, white areas and black areas and the white drinking fountains and the black. We changed all that to make to bring to make everybody equal. Okay, so these kids are taking it back to a dangerous place. Okay, now I don't know how to change it. I don't know what to stop this runaway train from going down the tracks and crashing. But it's going to, unless this nonsense stops poisoning it's poisoning the schools, poisoning the universities. Why don't you guys leave me a comment? Let me know what you think of this absolute madness that is happening in our country today. And I love to hear your guys' opinion. If you like the video, leave me a thumbs up, share the video, hit the subscribe button, join me on this journey, help me grow my channel so I can continue to bring you guys stories like this to just open up everybody's eyes to see what's going on. I mean, I don't know how you could disagree with the things I'm saying on this. And if you do, that's cool. Agree to disagree. But you got to understand, look at this in the perspective of that we are going completely backwards. And everyone is so focused on skin color that it's disgusting. That wasn't the way it was when I was growing up, even a little bit. And it's sad to see it going in the reverse direction. All right, guys. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your Christmas Day, your Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Festivus. If you know what Festivus is, it's the old Jerry Seinfeld thing. Just be safe. Enjoy yourself. Spend some time with your family if you can. I know with the whole pandemic it's tough, but just enjoy the day. Try not to get caught up in too much nonsense. And we'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.